this protection program against a abuser or something like that.
That would be
And
terrible.
Hold on, listen. She doesn't want her face. And what if that one person was watching?
Don't you touch? What's going on, folks? Auditing America. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Guys, March 17th, St. Patty's Day. We're at the United States Post Office, auditing America, day or shine. We are here protecting your rights. See if they respect them. At the United States Post Office in Melbourne, Florida, 32901. Let's see how it goes.
You come out with some tape?
If you're sending it priority mail, I do have free tape right down at the end of the counter.
At the end of this counter?
So you can't take pictures in here.
I'm sorry?
Are you taking pictures? You can't take pictures in here.
I'm taking a video.
Okay, you can't take that in here.
Is that a new policy?
No, it's always been the policy. You can't videotape in the post office.
Could you give me the policy?
It's a government facility.
Okay. So why? Could you tell us why it is filming not
It's not
allowed?
allowed in the government facility.
I would have
Sir,
to.
you can step down to the end and I can have a supervisor come and speak to you.
Yeah, because I have to disagree with you, ma'am. It's a federal facility. Federal facility.
Well, I mean, it is. I work for the government. You can't film in any government building at all.
Really? Because
so-
when was the last time? Well, I mean, with all due respect, sir, when was the last time you checked the rules for the United States Post Office?
I'm just saying because I don't work for the post office, but I work for the
Yeah.
government. And
Well,
I know, like,
You know, the government is financed by us, the people, by you, or all of us. So our First Amendment is protected in public places, especially in government buildings.
I know what's the. I'm just asking, what's like the point of you coming in and filming? Like,
I'm a photographer.
I get that. 'Cause I do photography as well. I just.
Yeah, no, I'm doing an analysis on the government and see how much they respect our rights. You see, we have the Poster 7s, which is the rules and regulations from the post office. It's right there on the wall, and nobody really seems to pay attention to the rules. So we're doing news articles on the United States Post Office and how much they respect our rights. Being a federal facility,
I get that.
our rights should be protected here more than anywhere else.
I understand that.
So-
You also have to understand their rights too. If they don't want to be filmed,
But the thing is, like I said,
you know what I mean?
if they don't, if they don't want to be filmed working at the post office is not the place to be, because the policy says that for news and advertisement purposes, we do have the right to video record here. So I show up to government offices all over the country. We have thousands watching, by the way. And I ask questions nicely. I say, hey, how's it going? And automatically, hey, this is a government facility. You can't film it. The same thing you're telling me, you're nice about it. But
I mean, there's
you're
no
still
reason
telling
to
me,
be-
giving me wrong information, And we're promoting.
You know what I mean? Like
Well, the First Amendment
you know what I
is.
mean?
I understand. Although I'm being extremely nice, I could be nasty, and I'm not. The First Amendment is about being disrespectful.
I get
Like,
that, but-
ma'am, did they clarify the information for you?
The supervisor's on the end. You can speak to her.
Due
I can
to
help you,
the
sir.
fact that they do use credit cards here and stuff, you should not be in here videotaping the customer while they're doing a transaction.
Well, where does it say that on your policy?
It's in our,
It's not. Trust me, I know it by heart. I know it more. I know it better than any of your employees here, ma'am.
you are supposed to have people's consent to videotape them.
Not really. It's the First Amendment.
If they want to be, if they don't want to be videotaped,
If they don't-
if they're asking you,
Correct.
and their
They're asking
facility.
you not to videotape your
Correct.
account.
If you guys don't want to be on, respectfully, ma'am, I'm not trying to be a jerk. Respectfully, you guys are public employees. You guys work for the federal government. The Constitution is a federal document that should be honored here more than anywhere else. You see, you have, ma'am. Listen, let me speak, please. Please don't speak over me, please, ma'am. Let me speak. Let me tell you my point over here. You see, like I said, I know your rules by heart. Do you know what poster 7 is?
The what?
The what? Well, ma'am, poster 7, it's right there on the wall. It's your own policies. And they clearly say that we have the right to video record here. Now, we have thousands watching, and this is not our first rodeo. Yes. So, I mean, where are these rules coming from? Did they tell you guys to tell us that? Because we're trying to spot who's giving unlawful orders
In one of their trainings, it has that nobody is allowed to videotape while they are doing a transaction
That's-
because you can steal their identity.
You don't have
off of
their
their card.
permission to film.
well, that's the thing. We're not in North Korea.
Did you ask him if you could put him on
Do
film?
paparazzis ask Kanye or celebrities before they take pictures? No. And celebrities have the best attorneys. They can't do anything about it.
They get $100 million a year.
Correct. And even if I make $0, a year, we still have the same right.
Okay, but if you went into one of these private
Private.
over here,
Now
and
you
walked in. Hold on.
now you just hit it where.
Talk for a second.
Sure.
You walked in there and they said, "Sir, can you politely leave because we don't want you filming in there."
I'll definitely have to leave
It's
because
the same thing here.
No, it's not.
If she does not want you filming,
I understand what you're saying, sir.
they're protecting their rights as a government employee. Like for instance, I work for the government.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wear my badge with my face on it anywhere outside where I work.
Is that part of your
Because
policy?
It absolutely is
Okay,
part of my
so
policy,
so
but
you guys are
it's the
going by.
same-
Why
it's
are
the
you guys?
same
Why are
thing.
you guys ignoring the fact that I just told you that the rules are on the wall?
I get it.
They
but
don't. No, they don't have that. They don't have that right. While
this is a
you do have the right, but then you'd have to just pretty much walk away. And if you're working, you don't have the privilege of not being video recorded because you see poster 7, the United States Post Office regulations on how people are supposed to conduct themselves in here clearly state that for news and advertisement purposes, video recording is allowed in news in lobbies, foyers, corridors, and auditoriums if you had one. So that's the reason why we're showing up all.
Videotaping us. He says he doesn't want to be videotaped.
He doesn't have. He's not a customer. You see,
Actually,
he's
I'm a customer. I
no,
just paid for his-
no. You are. These people are. This is a government. This is a government facility, so they work for us. We're not. You know that we don't.
I get what you're saying that they work for us, but that mentality just.
It's just the way. It's just the way it is. I mean, I'm not trying to be rude,
Telling you he didn't want to be videotaped.
but he doesn't have that privilege
How do I not have that privilege?
because you're in a public building, sir. You're in a public place.
We're in a
Public.
government building.
Correct. It's publicly accessible. Now, you said earlier, if I go to the private business next door and they tell me to leave, I am the number one person that respects private property.
Then how is that? But you're privacy as well.
Correct. I'm not violating
She
any.
doesn't want her.
Property. You're not allowed to park
Okay.
out here.
That's because you have restricted areas that I can't go to.
Let me
But
ask
right
you-
here, I can.
Let me ask you a question. How many people are watching right now?
Thousands.
Thousands of people watching
Yes,
right now.
yes, sir.
What if she was in some kind of witness protection program against a abuser or something like that?
That would be
And she's-
terrible.
Hold on, listen. She doesn't want her face. And what if that one person was watching, found out, oh, this person's here. Guess what? Now she ends up dead
Who's-
because she's hiding out.
Why would she hide in a public building? You see, you don't. You if you're hiding, being at the post office is not it's not the right place to go, dog. You know what I'm saying?
But-
These people have
so you're
cameras
saying that
all over.
You're saying that someone that is in witness protection or something like that against
should
a
not work.
child abuser shouldn't work.
Well, they need to work somewhere where they're not gonna,
No,
be
they're
found
not.
by their abuser. You know, we are not gonna stop our rights
that's
because of
ludicrous,
people. No, sir, it's called freedom. It's called freedom. I
They're
can.
asking you politely not.
No,
to
and I'm-
film
and
here,
sir, and I
it's
am-
just a simple thing. Like
No, and I
okay,
understand.
If you respect people's rights, then respect their right to not be filmed.
Where in the Constitution does it say that we have the right not to be filmed? It actually says the other thing, sir. It says that we have the right to film. So you get my point?
But if they're politely asking, they've been very nice. about
Correct.
it.
And I'm not saying they're mean people. I'm not saying they're bad people. I'm just saying they can't stop our rights, sir. You see, they are federal employees who actually take an oath to protect the Constitution when they become postal workers. You see, before the federal government takes the Constitution very seriously, and so do we, sir. People died for the rights that we enjoy in our country, and we are not going to allow a stranger working at the postal office, at the United States Post Office, to trample on our rights. It's not. The First Amendment can be disrespectful, but although I'm protected if I want to
Sir,
say
before you
something.
walk over, do you want to be filmed?
Huh?
Do you want to be filmed? Do you want to be on camera?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Okay.
He politely asked.
And I can politely refuse. That's my point. You
But
see,
you just said that I'm not a customer, so I don't have the right to ask you to stop filming.
I never said that.
He's.
You can ask me. You have the
just
right.
said-
You have the right to ask me to stop filming, but I have the right to refuse. You
So
can
now
say
you're
whatever
being-
you want.
But now you're being disrespectful.
Well, sir, I'm trying to keep it as civil as possible.
Because here's the thing, man. With these cameras, with this phone, he pulls out a credit card. Who's to say you're not zooming in and getting people's information?
I can tell you, I'm not
Yeah,
doing
I
that.
don't know that.
Well, that's the thing. We're in a free country. You just don't know, sir. You're gonna have to play this one by ear. We don't. I can't tell you. We can't read the future. I definitely have no ill will or any bad intent with my video here today,
I mean,
except to
someone
be.
attacking someone's information would say the same thing, though.
I'm not doing that. I also have policies
They
that
would
I have
also
to
say
follow.
The same thing. I'm not doing that. Just like someone that murdered someone would say, I didn't do that.
Correct. And then you go to court, you call police, and there's investigations. We don't have to call the police over a camera, guy, but I'm just telling you, man, we have the right to video record. Not just because you guys are the post office, you get to put cameras, and we don't. Oh, this is the post office, the federal government.
Hold on. Those
It's
cameras
both.
protect them.
And this one protects us.
And if you see where those cameras are pointed, they're pointed out here.
Oh,
right?
it's us. They
They're
don't
not
trust.
Pointed over. They're not getting people's
Are they
information.
pointed at you guys? Yeah, also, yes.
They're-
But my point is, if video recording in here was illegal, you wouldn't be able to do it either. You understand what I'm saying,
I
bro?
work in a government building and they record us 24 hours a day.
Exactly, because we have freedom of the press. That means we can take pictures. The government can take pictures of us, and we can take pictures back, sir. There's nothing wrong
It's
about.
a privacy thing.
No, because I'm not violating your privacy. You're in a public place,
So
and
if I
and I'm
take out my-
I'm
if I
engaged in a
take out my
constitutionally
credit card-
protected activity.
And I put my credit card in here, and you're videotaping what I'm doing, that is violating my privacy.
Yes, but I'm not doing that.
What do you think he's about to do? He's making a purchase.
I'm not zooming into that. I'm recording you, sir. I also have rules that I have to follow within my company. So trust me, bro. I'm not here to break the law.
Who's your company?
You're with Auditing America. We have over 100 million views on the
Do you have
internet.
anything on you that says Auditing America on you? Any badge, any kind of label that
Sure, I could go home and print something and put it on a piece of paper. But my point is, sir, to educate people on the Constitution. We don't need a press pass. We don't need a press pass. Our press pass is the Constitution, the First Amendment, freedom of the press, sir. It's in black and white. It's in black and white. We don't. There's not an agency. Okay. There's another thing. There's not an agency that provides those, sir. So, like CNN provides press credentials for their journalists. Fox News provides press credentials for their employees. So if I want, I can produce those to my employees. But you see, it's our option.
Right now, and they say, "Where's your credentials?" Because you're filming for some kind of news report.
It's the First Amendment.
You think they're gonna let you go past that tape and record? Probably not.
Yes. If as long as I'm in a public
You
place,
don't have a press pass. They're not gonna let you do
I have something better. It's the Constitution. Well, there's not an agency that provides press passes. That's what I'm explaining to you, sir. There's not a government agency. You work for the government, so you should know there's not an agency at all. It doesn't exist. You're not gonna find it.
Just saying, man. Why don't you
I'm just
be
saying.
respectful? If they don't want to be recorded, then why don't you just leave?
Why? Okay.
What's
Why?
the whole point of coming in here?
The whole point is educating people on our rights. You see, we have, like I said, we have poster 7. It's on the wall, sir. All they have to do is take a look at it. Why is everybody ignoring the rules, dude? Approved by the postmaster. Where's the postmaster, ma'am? May I have the postmaster's name?
No.
Oh no. Okay, that's very good of you. Because you remember, we have thousands watching, so you just refuse to give your postmaster's name, which we will find out.
If problem, then I send it to the.
There is a problem. You guys are trying to get us to.
With the postmaster, and
There-
the postmaster will get with you.
Well, you don't think there's a problem right now? Oh well, yeah. Enjoy that walk of shame, ma'am. You see?
No shame.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Enjoy that walk of shame. We have the right to video record. You see? She don't want to give me the postmaster, but this is what we're gonna do. Since we have thousands watching, we want to encourage everybody to go to the United States Postal Service in Melbourne. We'll give the exact address on our way out, and I want them to go to Google and give them a 1-star rating. Okay? And that's when dozens of people go ahead and let them know, let the postmaster know. Actually, we're going to put the postmaster's name on it as the responsible person for this conduct here. And then, sir, excuse me, it's going to be on her. You see, we're gonna make sure that we don't put her name, but we're gonna go ahead and put the postmaster's name on
I've
it.
dealt with her 1,000 times. I've dealt with this post office 1,000 times.
Have you ever walked in with a camera?
And, no, because
That's
I'm
the-
respectful.
Oh, so the First Amendment, sir, just to let you know, is about being disrespectful. But I'm here keeping it as cool as possible.
You're not. You're basically telling her to do the walk of shame.
Exactly,
You're
because
not being
she.
disrespectful to a woman, telling her to do the walk of shame.
Oh, disrespectful.
She doesn't want to be on
The crime
camera.
of the century, sir. We have the right to video record and to say as we please, as long as we're non-violent. You see, they're at work. They're supposed to.
Yeah, but you're being disrespectful.
Well, sir, that's not against the law. If you
But
really
you're
think.
being disrespectful.
If you really think that I'm breaking the law, sir, I mean, they can call the police. They're not doing it because they know for a fact that I'm right and they're wrong, and they can just say whatever they want. But the rules are on the wall. The First Amendment has been there for a very long time. This is a government facility. They work for us. We don't work for them. They don't tell us what to do. Okay? We come here and we ask you guys nicely to deliver our mail. We purchase stamps. You guys finance this through the sales of stamps and boxes and all this stuff. You guys need to understand that we are the true bosses of this place. We don't owe you guys anything, not even an explanation.
So then they don't have to deliver your mail, right?
Yes, they do. They're at work. I mean, they don't have to. They could just quit. And then we'll just hire somebody else that's willing to do it. But, sir, this is not North Korea.
What?
Imagine if we couldn't film in public. Sir, you didn't know this? How do people graduate from
I
high
know about
school?
North Korea and all that shit.
But how do people graduate from high school?
Idiot, you automatically lose.
Well, sir, you can enjoy that walk of shame as well, sir, while thousands are watching. How did you graduate from high school, sir, if you don't know the First Amendment? Well, you can stick around and we can have a nice conversation. Sir, thank you for giving me your input on this situation. Just keep in mind, the Constitution is the most important thing. Look, and the rules are right here. Look, photographs for news, advertisement, or commercial purposes. Photographs for news purposes may be taken in entrances, lobbies, foyers, corridors, or auditoriums when used for...
You're not the news.
There we go. Freedom of the press, dog. Freedom of the press means you're the news, you're the news, I'm the news. This generation goes to the internet for the news. TV is going out of business pretty soon, dog. We are the real bosses. What do you mean, what the fuck?
These.
TV news on the TV gone. Who pays for cable nowadays? Everything's on the internet, dog. You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, enjoy
So-
what you're doing. I'm just.
I appreciate it, sir. I'm just standing up for myself and for the people who die for our rights.
And I'm standing up for them.
And you can do that. You have the right to protest against video recording. Hey, if you feel like what I'm doing is wrong 100%, then you have the right as well to stick around as long as you want and protest that, sir. But I encourage you to join the winning team and
I don't see it as a winning team.
Yes, it is, sir, because
being an asshole to
imagine-
someone is a winning team.
well, now you're calling me you see
you're
now you're
being a
calling
jerk.
me an asshole. I
You're
haven't.
being a jerk.
But you guys are trampling on my
Telling someone
rights.
to walk of shame.
Yes, that's what.
being a jerk.
That's exactly what she did. She's trampling on our rights. She's a supervisor. How do you pass high school not know the First Amendment? How do you get hired at the post office not knowing the First
Actually,
Amendment?
It's really hard to get hired at the post office. You should try it.
No, not really. I really make more money than them, so I don't really need that, sir. You know, that's why we're here. We're trying to make sure that our rights are being protected. Join Auditing America on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. 100 million views, sir.
On TikTok.
Yes. If you want to sue me, I'll see you at court as well.
I don't sue.
All right, good. Because the people don't need.
sue.
Good. Look, I don't sue either. Some people think that I'm here looking for a lawsuit. The people of Melbourne or the federal government doesn't have anything to do with anybody's fuck ups. You know what I'm saying? If somebody messes up and they're working for the government, they just get replaced. That's it, brother. The same way as you and I, if we break the law, what happens? We go to jail. So the same thing, the same way that they're watching and they're making sure that that we don't get caught with drinking in public or smoking in public and doing these things. Well, guess what, sir? We're also watching. And what you see is what you get. The guy with the snapback and the tattoos, just like you, standing around, asking questions politely, sir. Although the First Amendment says that I could, bro, I could get very disgusting with my mouth, dog. I could, you know what I'm saying? So you know how it is, dog. I'm keeping it civil. Because the First Amendment, I could be saying the worst things, and then I'm still protected. But the reality is, I wasn't raised like that. But sir, it was a great conversation. Just remember, our rights are a priority. And Benjamin Franklin said that those who sacrifice our liberties for security shall and deserve neither, sir. You enjoy your day.
All right, you too.
Take care. That's why Mr. America does what he does. Guys, I like this guy. He hasn't said a single word. He's looking pretty sharp and neat, ready to work. Are you former military, sir?
No.
Okay, no problem.
It looks like it was there, and they're saying that there was, the address is back. There's no such number on the address. So